Thai against drugs champion, and he's also an English champion.
As both fighters are called in centre of ring.
So, round one, here you go, Hammer. This is going to be a fight of all fights. You talk about an undercard, you would have to underline that 1,000 times and put that in bracket. Exclamation marks. This is going to be great.
Well, I have seen FAIZAL fight outside of the Challenger circuit, and a very power-packed fighter. Have a look at his strong kicking. If there is a weakness, I would have to say that his boxing skills are perhaps not as good as his other weapons. Well, you know, the crowd right behind FAIZAL now. And well, with all the crowd support also, Sandy, comes a hell of a lot of pressure. So he's got a lot of pressure to perform well here tonight, FAIZAL.
That's a good point. The high kick, leans back, gets a kick up the bottom for his for his efforts. Yeah, long limbs. You notice of Jay Woodham. I've watched Jay fight in England many times, and obviously now he's fighting and living in Thailand for the moment before he goes back to the UK. He's obviously in the right time, the right place, because back at home it's freezing and raining traditionally, as it is in England. But yeah, FAIZAL, there you go. You know, the golden elbow. That's what he's going to have to watch out for.
Well, have a look at the difference in legs. Have a look at the thickness of thighs of FAIZAL, and have a look at Woodham's legs. Yep. Not really as I suppose as bulky as FAIZAL. So for me, sometimes you can't tell a lot from size, but definitely I'd say when FAIZAL is striking down on that thigh of Woodham, it's going to take its toll. And it's going to take its toll.
Sorry to interrupt you, mate. I've just got to pick up on something. He's already got reddening on the leg. Look at that. On the left leg of Jay. Such early on. That's not a good sign. So exactly what you were saying there. Look at that. There you go.
FAIZAL now hunting after that lead thigh. Dropping body shot. Attempted switch head kick from Woodham. FAIZAL thinking about the spinning kick, spinning elbow.
Yeah, spinning elbow, I think he was going to go for.
Well, the thing is, they call FAIZAL the man with the golden elbows, and what that does to my mind is basically tells the opponent what he's going to try and do to him, so he knows that the elbow is going to be coming. Whereas I suppose if you have a more obscure ring name, it's not as obvious to your opponent what your strong weapons are. But at this level, both boys are certainly studying each other's tapes, and they know each other's fighting style well. Beautiful dropping right body shot from the British boy now.
A nice low kick in return there from FAIZAL. And yeah, he's got a very determined look on his face there, hasn't he, Jay? Look at that. He's full of concentration. He knows what he's got in front of him. He's not only fighting this man, but he's fighting the crowd as well. You know, so he's fighting about 5,000 people.
Well, FAIZAL just launching those kicks with so much ferocity and power. I think Jay Woodham's going to have to get an iron bar out of his glove and hit FAIZAL with him. He's going to be so pumped that most shots that would affect the fighter, I suppose, away from home, are certainly going to have no impact on FAIZAL at this point.
Well, he's playing the right game to me, FAIZAL. He's trying to chop down the bigger man. When I say bigger, I mean he's a lot taller, he's slimmer, he's going to just like chopping a tree down. But look at that reddening on his leg there, the left leg. You can see that from our commentary position here. Jay Woodham's leg is well marked up. Jay's using, I've got to say, he's using his reach quite well. But, like I said, he's being chopped down by FAIZAL.
Needs to be popping that jab a lot more and turning this one more into a boxing competition. Heavy on the hands. FAIZAL now just starting to kick relentlessly at the legs of Jay Woodham. An opening round, not so much a slow start, this one. This one, Sandy, starting at a bit more of a furious pace. I think the crowd and the atmosphere and the occasion really has spurred on FAIZAL to make a real fighting effort of the first round. Look back at the first round, it's obvious that FAIZAL's intention is to chop out the legs of Jason. But Jason, clever strategy, covering and countering, so very much counter-fighting. But against the fighter with the power of FAIZAL, I'm not sure if that's a good plan to employ. I'm going to go the way of the red corner and obviously give FAIZAL 10, Jay 9 in that one. So he's going to have a few big rounds. And he's not only fighting that man in the red corner, he's fighting this whole stadium, the boy from Britain.
Here we go, round 2 of a schedule 5, Hammer. The first round you've got going there towards FAIZAL, who I think played the right card to me, to be honest. He was chopping Jay down, didn't go hunting for the elbows, but I think they'll start to come and start to flow a bit later on.
Well, the guys are really starting to open up now, and having a look at the battle of the coaches, Nugget and Panarong. We've got a lot of different dimensions in play here tonight, even with the battle of the coaches. FAIZAL unleashing a brutal round kick off the rear.
Using nice left hook and right cross coming from Jay. But you mentioned that, didn't you? So he used to use his long limbs. He's not, you know, he's not favoured to be great at boxing, but you know, when he does use the long hands, they do work for him.
Well, Jay really needs to be more mobile. He cannot stand in front of FAIZAL. He can also employ the tactic of removing the target. And the crowd get right behind the knockdowns.
You can just, yes,
you can just hear them willing him on and feel the crowd willing on FAIZAL. Jay really needs to remove that target. The lead thigh is the target. He needs to switch out. When FAIZAL throws that right round kick, switch out, counter with the hands. Could be a strategy.
Well, fighters trading heavy with hands and low kicks almost simultaneously. But coming out the stronger of that exchange was FAIZAL. Oh, big low kick there from FAIZAL, and he buckles. Jay buckles on this other leg this time. His right leg took that shot and he bent down. They obviously got him on the right spot. There's a nerve just in the thigh. If anyone's had a dead leg, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like being hit with a sharpened baseball bat.
Well, it certainly is, and a lot of people have likened the low leg kick to being struck on the thigh by a baseball bat across the thigh. Once again, they're trading big shots upstairs, and have a look at that ironclad resolve of FAIZAL. Into the body he goes, slams a round kick. Jay tries to answer with a step through knee. They clinch up, jostle for position. Jay trying for that straight through knee to the midsection, round knee to the body. Not really worrying FAIZAL at this point. That one into the sternum. FAIZAL a knee of his own, but Jay keeping the scoring happening in the clinch with those inside knees. And if you're scoring this at home, you have to score those little knees on the inside. Big swinging low kick from FAIZAL. Almost sends Jay's shin into the front row.
Yes, you're right. You know, he was busier in the clinch there. FAIZAL, I was quite surprised he wasn't throwing any elbows there, because he hasn't really gestured anything there and thrown anything, but I'm sure he's going to be showing us something of those legendary elbows that he has.
Well, FAIZAL now just chopping. You can see Nugget in the red corner just calling for FAIZAL to keep chopping at those legs, and you can see there the visual damage that is occurring to the lead thigh of Jay Woodham. The Brit bounces around on his balls with his feet, but I tell you what, it's all bravado at this point, because he will be hurting. Well, at the end of the second round, it's plain to see that FAIZAL, with the crowd behind him, is certainly fighting with new resolve, a greater resolve, just going hunting constantly for those legs of Jason's. Taking the punches, countering with low kicks. Plain to see what his plan is, Sandy.
That's right. I mean, he's tried to get his legs out of the way, Jay. He's done it a few times, but he's taking consistent punishments, that leg.
Well, looking at my scorecard, obviously with the superior low leg attacks of the local hero, FAIZAL, it's going to be a 10-point for him in that round, and a 9 to the brave Brit. I'm going to call him a brave Brit because his legs have been absolutely punished. He's showing a lot of heart and a lot of bravado in just basically saying, you can't hurt me. But deep down inside, I think he's going to be feeling the pain.
Well, sportsmanship on the, even before the round was called there. This is round 3 now, Hammer. We've just seen 2 rounds of a great exchange of low kicks, mostly coming either way of the local man FAIZAL. We've yet to see some of the elbows.
Oh, FAIZAL now bringing that, just as you said it, just as you said it, Stanley. I think FAIZAL must have heard you and brings the elbows into play. The brutality that his elbow striking of Muay Thai now being showcased right here in Malaysia. Oh,
there he goes.
Looking to take the brow right off Jay Woodham and send it to the canvas. Jay now tucking the chin, keeping the gloves up nice and high. FAIZAL making his intentions very obvious with the elbow striking. Jay 1-2, tried for the attempted knee. Moves out of range. He's a tough British boy, this one, Jay Woodham.
Yeah, but he's got his guard a bit higher and his chin down lower than his previous fight, and that's what he's got to do. Obviously, his cornerman have told him that, Hammer, and that is absolutely crucial. you know, you can't put your chin up and your hands down, especially if you've got this guy with the elbows flying, well, anything flying for that case that comes to the head. You know, you've got to get your chin down and your hands up.
You have a look at the two body types as well, and FAIZAL is just thicker through the trunk. His legs, his thighs are massive for this weight division. Just a solid campaigner. Jay on the other side, I suppose perfectly built for Muay Thai, long, lean, and able to get his legs at good range and his knees nice and high. Unfortunately, I think the power of those low kicks of FAIZAL are starting to take their toll.
100%, yeah. We're looking, look at that. Look, the referee only took that one.
Of course, he can't catch and run the fighter backwards. You've got to do it within a step. Nice push-up kick.
Beautiful, yeah. Push kick to the face there. Beautiful technique, Hammer, that.
They grapple up, clinch up for position. Centre referee separates him, keeps him nice and busy, keeps the fight entertaining for the crowd. That's good refereeing. 1-2, bang from WOODHAM. Nicely done from him, and he's showing a lot of heart. They brewed him tough from your country there, Sandy. Yeah,
well, you're right. It's the British bulldog nature, I suppose, isn't it? I mean, that can be said about the Aussies. I think there's a lot of great Muay Thai countries now, isn't there? You know, it's being well represented.
It certainly is, and Muay Thai is certainly going from strength to strength. And it's programs like the Challenger that are making it all possible. The big clubbing overhand right from FAIZAL. 1-2, bang with the knee goes WOODHAM. FAIZAL fires straight back with the round kick, and again, left elbow jostles up, right elbow clinches up, locks down, on the inside.
Two solid knees there, coming in. Jay's looking under pressure, the elbow.
FAIZAL getting told no elbowing on the break. WOODHAM looking at him with ultimate disgust. But protect yourselves at all time is really what every fighter has to live by. They lock down. FAIZAL tries to right on the bell. Lead, cutting elbow from FAIZAL. Have a look at the face of Jay WOODHAM. He has certainly been in the war zone.
50. Even.
Well, at the end of the third, it's plain to see that Jason's got a big heart. He's had his legs chopped constantly. FAIZAL's just covering and countering. But Jason, the Brit, well, he's showing a lot of heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, you know, you mentioned that about the bulldog English nature, and, you know, he has come to fight. He's showed a lot of heart, you know, obviously with the underdog in this fight. But crikey, he's took some big shots. He's come back, he's countered. You know, he's still in the fight, but, you know, it's a foregone conclusion. If you can get through the next round, I'll be surprised.
Once again, looking at the scorecard, and it's a little bit of a no-brainer, this one. I'll give it a 10, of course, to the red, and a 9 to the blue corner. That's 3 rounds to FAIZAL, 3 rounds to the local hero. And our British boy, Jay WOODHAM, has really got to do some hard work in these last 2 rounds. In fact, he needs a knockout or a knockdown minimum.
You show, okay? Breathing. Okay, round 4 now.
Round 4.
So here we go, round 4 of a schedule 5. Jason came under a barrage of techniques in that last round, but he's still there, as you mentioned, Hammer. He has got a big heart, and he really is in this fight. I've got to say, you know, he's had his moments, but FAIZAL is doing a number on him.
Body kick. Oh, and again, FAIZAL catches and counters. Let me ask you this, Sandy, if you were in Jay's corner, what would your strategy be here? Oh! Just as we say that, the big smashing shin kick. The big smashing shin kick. Have a look at that lead leg of Jason WOODHAM.
Wow, look at that. It's an instant lump that's come on his leg there.
There's a hematoma right in there. That shin is well damaged. Well, that shin is certainly not looking too handsome at the moment. As FAIZAL goes bombing with that rear leg now. Step through, he's going to smash away at those legs.
Jason got
the right hand go.
Yeah, Jason's changed guard. He has to. He's going to try and protect that leg.
They switched to southpaw, but he's still kicking with the injured leg.
Wow.
How brave is this Brit?
Look at that left leg. He's got, like I said, a hematoma on that, the size of an egg. His left leg is nearly completely red. I'll tell you what, hats off to Jay, mate. God, look at this.
Tenacity personified from Jay WOODHAM as he launches a knee. The big elbow from FAIZAL. The big elbow sets him again. FAIZAL into the corner. WOODHAM backs himself in the blue corner, the big right hand. And FAIZAL is relentless in his attacks.
Well, it's moments away. I can't see this fight going much further.
There goes WOODHAM.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
has certainly lived up to all expectations of all the crowd on hand. The thousands on hand in the arena will be celebrating tonight in Kuala Lumpur.
Hold on. Billy, you got some ice?